Across town, AJ is the man from the council charged with clearing the council properties after Alison and Steve have completed their work. Today, AJ has arrived at a flat where a man has died. His job is to assess the state of the flat so he can brief the clean-up team and get the apartment cleared out, refurbished and let to another tenant as soon as possible. First impressions don't look that good.
It's jam-packed at the moment. First thing I'll obviously look for is if there's any fleas in the property. They tend to jump on white items. So far so good.
As AJ moves through into the bathroom, things are getting worse.
Oh, pleasant ain't the word. It's a bit disgusting, really. You don't want to see anyone live like this, really, do you? But that's the way the society is at the moment. People don't believe what I actually see. You can tell people everything, saying how bad it was, but seeing is believing, really. And that's when people sort of realise how bad it really is in here.
Next up is the bedroom, a sad and revolting vision of how the old man lived and died.
Looking at it, it looks like if his this is where he's passed away. Yeah. Sometimes it feels spooky. You know when you know somebody's died in the property, you get these like tingles. But it's part of the job.
The sitting room is full to bursting with all manner of clutter and rubbish. This is often the norm with single occupancy flats. The tenants often tend to hoard the weirdest items over many years until they can't even get around their own flat. All that AJ needs to do now is photograph the contents before his clean-up team arrives. In Leicester, AJ's crack clearance team have arrived to clear out the dead man's flat. AJ has to get the council property cleared and available to rent as soon as possible, as there are now new targets he needs to meet, only allowing a maximum of 21 days before the flat must be let out to a new council tenant. Fortunately, this time there's no danger of needles or drug paraphernalia in the property. Dennis and Sean can get stuck in, and when they get going, there's no stopping them. Everything that isn't nailed down in the property ends up in their bins.
These are all his personal items, really. I know it's sad, like, someone's died in the room, but you're in the job every day. It's a thing that doesn't pass through your mind anymore. You come into a house and you get an album of photos, and it's sad, really, because there's a lot of memory there. Wedding photos, your granddad, your parents. Once it's gone in here, it's gone.
With the speed these properties need to get turned around, sometimes the boys can get there a little early.
We've done an house, and actually walked in, and there was a woman there flicking over the telly, and we've come to empty her. And she should have been there, like, I mean, that's what you come up against, really.
To make their life more difficult, often the lads can't park their dustbin lorry near the property, and this flat is no exception. Most of their time is spent taking the bins and other heavy items to the lorry, a problem that slows their progress enormously. Either way, though, within a matter of hours, this flat is devoid of any trace of the old man. A sad but necessary conclusion of the life the gentleman led.
The whole place is empty now. Now what we can do is basically check out all the doors, the windows, the flooring, whether it needs painting or not.
Even though the place looks pretty clean, AJ needs to install a new kitchen, a new bathroom, new light sockets and give the whole flat a lick of paint before the next tenant can move in. Often AJ will recharge the previous tenant for any damage to the property, even if it means getting payment out of the deceased person's estate. But on this occasion, he puts it all down to wear and tear and there's nothing to pay. Within just a few days of making the renovations, the flat will be let to a new and hopefully grateful tenant.